Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's bring back some nostalgia. We got 1996 Upper Deck Series 2. This is a huge retail box. 32 packs per box, 10 cards per pack, plus 2 bonus cards. So I think it's basically 12 cards per pack for the 32 packs. Tons of cards in here. I'm doing this because this is a very nostalgic set for me. I did open a ton of packs from this set when I was a kid, mostly loose retail packs from stores. There's not a big chase in here. Like, there's not like huge rookie chases or anything like that, but there's a bunch of cool looking inserts. Upper Deck did a great job, by the way, with baseball. I actually wish that they would bring baseball back because basically Topps Fanatics owns everything now. If Upper Deck had licensed baseball, I think people would gravitate towards buying it because it was really good back in the day. I just love the inserts and the amount of star cards that you were able to get. It says, look for these special insert cards: Cal Ripken Collection, Hot Commodities, Hideo Nomo Highlights, Run Producers, VJ Lavero Showcase, and New Predictor. I think the predictors look pretty cool. And it says see box for details. There is no odds on this box. There's a bunch of stuff back here, but there is no odds. I do have some odds sitting next to me in case we pull something cool. But let's get after it. I mean, this is going to be really, really fun, and I'm super excited to do it. Let's cleanse our palate after that brutal Stadium Club series. By the way, before I get into this real quick, just a heads up to everybody who is in our text club. We are now sending texts for baseball and football. So if you were signed up for the baseball or whatever, you will receive football texts as well. I know football is super popular, so we just kind of lumped our text clubs together. If you are interested in joining our text club, I highly encourage you to do so, especially if you're trying to buy football. You need to buy direct from Topps. You need to be notified when those drops happen because the secondary market for football has been absolutely insane. $20 hanger boxes going for $50. So whether you want to flip, you want to buy to flip, or whether you want to buy to open, or whatever you want to do, make sure to sign up for the text club so you can get the best price possible. Let's get after it. This is going to be a lot of fun. The only hope I have, here's the downside. This could be bricked. I got this box directly off of eBay, and you never know with these old sets, especially late 90s sets. I don't feel any bricking right now, so we might get lucky. I really hope I get lucky here. The past couple of rips that I've done have been great. I've had no bricking whatsoever. So we will see as we get into it. If they stick a little bit, that's okay, as long as they're not. If we're prying them apart, that's where you start damaging the cards. I encourage anybody who is doing these throwback sets like I'm doing here, just beware where you're buying from. Make sure, eBay can be tough. I can hear a little cracking in some of these, so we'll see. I mean, this might not be the best video, but we'll try to make do. Some of the packs are cracking a little bit, some are not. Let me just see if there's odds on the packs. There actually is odds on here, if I can get that to. So there's that showcase thing is 1 out of 6. Hot Commodities, 1 out of 36. Run Producers, 1 out of 72. The Cal Ripken Collection. So we should get at least 1 or 2 of each of those, to be honest. But this set is a lot of fun. Starting off with a Hall of Famer right off the bat. All right, cool. So these are not... like I said, we might have a couple packs that stick. The downside to Upper Deck is the cards are going to be flipped all the way around, but you may remember these. You may remember this design if you collected back in the 90s. We start with an insert, Strange But True, Hall of Famer Eddie Murray with the Dodgers. I don't even know if this is an insert, actually. They have cards that look like inserts, but they're actually a part of the set. So that one's got a regular number on it. This is a huge set, so it may just be a part of the set, but still pretty cool. Strange But True. There's Jeffrey Hammonds. There's a Hall of Famer right there. Craig Biggio. We're going to get a lot. There's a lot of good Hall of Famers in this set. By the way, if anybody's interested in any of these cards, I'm going to have a big base listing of all of these for somebody who just happens to be trying to build this set. I also have singles of the stars and Hall of Famers and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. Who we got here? Glenn Allen Hill. Strange But True. We got Diamond Debuts, Rafael Orellano. I don't remember him. The cards are going every which way. Let me just flip them around here. Another Hall of Famer, Lee Smith, closer. Mark Grace. Barry Larkin, MVP Award. That's a cool card. Frank Castillo. Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. Look at all the Hall of Famers that come out of here. These cards are in great shape, by the way. And Ken Hill. So far, so good with the sticking. I don't know if I showed. That's what the front of the pack looks like, by the way. It says retail right on the front of it. We are chasing, if you're new to the channel, I'm a huge Griffey fan. We are chasing Griffies. And there's a bunch of cool Griffies in this set, including one that is like this one here. So this is called Best of a Generation, Mike Piazza. We are chasing a Griffey that looks just like that. Super cool looking. Alan Bennis, there's Marty Cordova, Rookie of the Year. Insert, or base card, David Cohn. Diamond debuts, Rich Hunter. I don't remember Rich. A lot of the rookies, I mean, it's not a great rookie class. Here we go. Kirby Puckett, Best of a Generation. Nice. These cards, these foil cards are going to have some little bit of edge issues, but really nothing too crazy, typically. Jamie Navarro. There's Paul Wagner. I remember him. Darren Fletcher. Crime Dog. Fred McGriff. Rob Nen and Ben McDonald. I'll save that Fred McGriff for a friend of mine. A friend of mine's a big Crime Dog guy. Greg, if you're watching, that's coming to you. All right. Let's keep it rolling. I remember this card. I pulled this card when I was a kid out of a pack. It's not high value or anything, obviously, but Best of a Generation, Greg Maddux. I was a huge Maddux fan when I was a kid because I loved the way he pitched. I hate that he was on the Braves. But that's really cool. Greg Maddux. I just remember pulling that as a child. So nice one there. Joey Hamilton, Bip Roberts, Greg Vaughn. We got Roberto Alomar, Best of a Generation. There's a lot of really good names in that checklist. David Doster, Diamond debuts. Albert Bell, super popular player in the 90s. Ellis Burks. Jason Bates, B.J. Surhoff, a lot of familiar names. Tony Clark. What is that? Is that a rookie for Tony Clark? It says Major League debut. That might not be considered Tony Clark's rookie. I think if it was one of those diamond debuts, it probably would be. There's a ton of packs here. This is going to be a long video. There we go. Cal Ripken Jr. A little bit of sticking in this pack, but we got a Cal Ripken Jr., Best of a Generation. Rob Nen. Steve Traxel. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. Strange but True, Larry Walker, Hall of Famer. Pretty cool. Osvaldo Fernandez, star rookie. So there's the rookies. It does say Major League debut on this one, too. I wonder if that Tony Clark is a rookie. Be interested to know that. We got Tom Gordon, Tim Rock Raines, Gary Sheffield. All right, this is the Cal Ripken collection. So this is pretty cool. This checklist is very forward with Cal Ripken, Derek Jeter, Ken Griffey Jr. This one's got a little nick up in the corner, but nothing crazy. These are beautiful, these foils. So the Cal Ripken collection's a 22-card set. That is number 13 of 22. I had a bunch of those growing up. I don't remember how many of them. Steve Finley and Darryl Kyle. I can't remember how many I pulled of those. Not too many, because I think they're... Let me pull this up real quick. I think they're 1 of 12. 1 of 24. Wow. So those are not easy to pull. We might, if we're lucky, we might get one more. Strange but True, Derek Bell. My dad caught a Derek Bell home run ball. I think I still have that somewhere. Dean Palmer, Pete Harnish. There's Albert Bell again. We will get doubles, by the way. Ozzie Smith, Best of a Generation. That's cool. Sergio Nunez. I do remember that name. Diamond debuts. Greg Vaughn again. Tom Goodwin. There's John Franco. Used to love him. Look at this. Ricky. That's cool. Ricky Henderson with the Padres. Love that picture. It's like one of those, like that old studio set. And Russ Davis. I'm just happy these cards are not super bricked up. There's another Kirby Puckett. Best of a Generation, second one we pulled of him. Look at this guy's last name. That is my last name. Kevin Ritz. I had a collection of this guy when I was a kid because every time I pulled him, I was like, no way. Obviously, there is no relation, but. Mark McGuire. That's a cool one. I've never seen that card. Tom Goodwin running down the first baseline, and Todd Van Poppel is the pitcher. I can just barely make out his name there. We got Bernie Williams for the Yanks. Mike Piazza again, second one of him. Diamond debuts, Enrique Wilson, another name I vaguely remember. Eric Karros, his son Kyle is now in the league with the Rockies. Brent Gates, Scott Kamenicki, there's a name I haven't. Ricky Batalico, I love these old names. Jason Giambi, Major League debut. So I don't know if this is considered a Giambi rookie, but it is a very early on Jason Giambi, so that's cool. And Jose Rijo. There's Ken Caminiti. Strange but true. We got Pat Rapp. Lee Smith again. These are sticking a little bit more, but again, they're not. There's no paper loss, which is a good thing. Eddie Murray again. Best of a Generation this time. Sal Fasano. There's Danny Tartable. Sal Fasano, Major League debut. And Jeff Montgomery, Terry Steinbach. All right. Come on, Griffey, where are you? I think I own the Griffey base. And I think I own the Griffey Best of a Generation, but I don't know what kind of shape it's in. When I was a kid, I mean, I tried to take care of my cards, especially my Griffey ones. But when you're a kid, you know, obviously you're playing with stuff. Here's Dennis Eckersley, Strange but True. That one's a little banged up. Cliff Floyd. Karros again. Bip Roberts, Strange but True. Here's a name we know. Diamond debuts, Scott Spezio. Remember Scott? I don't remember his career. I think he was one of the more high-end prospects, but I don't know if he really made it. Here's VJ Lavero Showcase, Raul Mondesi. So these are a little tougher to pull, these inserts here. That is VJ9. And let's take a look. 1 out of 6. So we're going to get a bunch. We'll probably get 5 or 6 of those. Raul Mondesi there. Here's Predictor. Jeff Conine, Retail Predictor, NL Monthly RBI Leader. Another insert there. Bernie Williams again, John Orud. There's Mike Mussina and Roberto Hernandez. Ozzie Smith again. I'm actually surprised at the amount of doubles this early on, but I knew we would get some. I did watch a rip of this just to kind of remind myself. There's Derek Bell, Strange but True again. Brooks Kieschnick, star rookie, Cubbies fans. I do remember that name. I don't remember if he panned out at all. Some of these guys, you know, the reason you can get these boxes reasonable is because there's no huge rookies. There's Todd Hundley. I was a big Hundley fan growing up. Sean Dunston, Jeff Facero, Mike Stanley. So far, this is about as expected, I would say. Maybe even a little better. Oh, look at that. That's a cool card right there. A little bit of edge, again, edge issues and upper issues up there. But Bobby Cox, Managerial Salute Checklist. That's cool. I wish that card didn't have so many issues, but... Ooh, little crack in there. We'll have to see if this... they're still coming apart easy, though. All right, Armando Reynoso, Chuck Finley. We got Paul Molitor, Best of a Generation. Robert Smith. I don't remember him. Diamond debuts. Mark McGuire. There's a showcase. Is that Will Clark he's with, too? Got to be. Yeah, I think it's Mark McGuire and Will Clark. It does not say anything on there, but that's a cool one. Look how young McGuire is. And we got Chris Haney again, Travis Fryman, Jose Vizcaino, and Matt Williams. Decent player there. Come on, Griffey, where are you hiding? Here's Buck Showalter, manager salute checklist. Roberto Hernandez. There's Roberto Alomar, Hall of Famer. Crime Dog. Fred McGriff, best of a generation. Going to you again, Greg. We got Ray Ordonez, rookie. That's cool. Remember watching him growing up, obviously, with the Mets. Tony Phillips. There's Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer there. Jeff Blauser. Pat Henkin. I saw him pitch in the minors. Ed Sprague and Pat Rapp. Another manager card. Tommy Lasorda. Ooh, this one. Tommy Lasorda manager checklist. We got another Giambi as well. That's cool. If you're going to get doubles, that'd be one to get one. Steve Avery. Strange but true, Greg Maddux. I owned this as a kid too. I do not remember where I got it. I must have pulled it from a pack, but I do not remember. We got Livan Hernandez rookie card. I mean, for rookies in this set, there's, like I said, there's not much chase. He would be one of them. There's Van Poppel, Bobby Bonilla, Ryan Klesko. There's Biggio again, and Kevin Ritz again. Take a sip of my coffee here. This is nice. It's a really nice set. Massive checklist. If you combine series, they did an update with this one too. So it's series 1, series 2, and update, I believe. I thought I saw that when I looked up the checklist. Best of a generation, Cal Ripken again. Another good one to get a double of. We got Rob Nen, Traxel. We're getting some doubles here. Steve Smoltz. Strange but true, Larry Walker again. Fernandez. Osvaldo Fernandez. Steve Finley, Bill Swift. Tony Gwynn. This is one of my all-time, I totally forgot to mention this at the beginning, one of my all-time favorite Tony Gwynn cards. Look at that. Amazing Tony Gwynn card. There's Gary Sheffield again. That didn't take the paper off, did it? No, there's print lines on the back of that, but it turned out fine. Alan Bennis, Major League debut, and Mike Mims. Do not remember Mims. I do remember Bennis a little bit. Best of a generation, Ozzie Smith. It seems like we're getting 2 of all of them, actually. Phil Plantier, Charlie Hayes, Ray Lankford. Strange but true, Derek Bell again. There's Kieschnick again. I can't believe how many doubles we're getting, actually, this early. Mickey Tettleton. The Big Hurt. Frank Thomas. Look at the size of his legs. Dude just hitting nukes. I could not believe when I looked up Frank Thomas's career stats that he batted 300 for his entire career. That shocked me. For some reason, as a kid growing up, I thought Frank Thomas was like a 285 hitter, 280, 285. Had no idea. And there he is, right on cue with his best of a generation card. There's Andre Dawson, the Hawk. Luis Sojo. There with the Mariners. I remember him with the Yanks, I think, right? The most. Jody Reed. Strange but true. John Hudek for the Astros. Here is a Jason Kendall star rookie. It's pretty cool. Jason Kendall would be one of the bigger names in this checklist as well. Brady Anderson. Was that the year? No, he did not hit his 50 home run season yet. Benito Santiago, Jody Reed, Mel Rojas, Chili Davis. Very happy that these aren't sticking because I was a little bit worried because I think I saw 2 videos online where I watched people open this, and one, they were really, really, really stuck bad. Like you could barely even salvage the video. Roberto Alomar, best of a generation. Mark McLemore, another name I haven't heard in forever. Mickey Templeton. Greg Maddux again. Cool. Greg Maddux, best of a generation. Let's go. Is that the one? Oh, yeah, we got 2 of those now. This is not a bad rookie either from the set. I don't know what that is on his face. Oh, it came right off. It's just some dust or something. Bobby Abreu, star rookie. Actually says Bob Abreu. So that's not a bad rookie. Hey! Upper Deck Showcase Ken Griffey Jr. Let's go. All right. We got a Griffey. Love it. Look at the picture on the back, him holding the big bat. That's amazing. All right, so we got ourselves a Griffey. I was hoping to get one. We struck out in Stadium Club Chrome, 2000 Stadium Club Chrome. I did not get any Griffies. I did get a Griffey from our first one. So let me move that down. Griffey goes right in the middle. Sick. All right, that was an insert Griffey too. You can't beat that. Ray Lankford, Carlos Perez. There's the big unit. Love him in all Mariners Gears cards. And this is the Cy Young Award. Eddie Murray Hall of Famer. I'm so glad I bought this. These cards do not hold big value, by the way. Just keep that in mind. But I just really enjoy doing stuff like this, regardless of the value, because it's so fun. I never was able to, when I was a kid, buy boxes. My parents weren't able to buy me like full sealed boxes. So now that I still am a child, but with big, actual money, I can do stuff like this. It's so fun. Albert Bell, best of a generation. Murray again. Ricky, best of a generation. Ricky Henderson, beautiful looking card there. Richard Hidalgo, I remember him. Star rookie. That's not a bad one. John Smoltz. I think that's the 3rd Smoltz. We've got Carlos Delgado. That's an early on Delgado. That's cool. Mark McLemore, Dean Palmer, and Frank Rodriguez. Let's keep it rolling. This is going to be a very long video. Wow. We are 22 minutes in. I got a lot of packs here. Wade Boggs. Best of a generation. There he is with the Yanks. Hall of Famer. Ricky again. Take all the Ricky doubles. Tony Gwynn. Best of a generation. See all the big names that come out of here. There is one of the best rookies, Edgar Renteria, star rookie. It's not like there's no rookies in the set. It's just not the popular guys that, if you're looking to flip and sell, like you're not gonna do well in this set. If you're looking to collect and just have fun. LaTroy Hawkins, Major League debut. LaTroy Hawkins, oddly enough, I pulled his autograph out of a junk wax era box. I cannot remember what it was. I do have the card. I'll have to figure out what that was, but I couldn't believe it. I only pulled 2 autographs in my entire life out of junk wax stuff. There he is. Barry Bonds. Best of a generation. Sick. Looking nice and slim and skinny there. Ozzie Smith. Yes! Yes! We did it. Ken Griffey Jr., best of a generation. I do have this card now because I remember seeing what it looks like now that I have it. I gotta check mine though, because mine might be beat up, and this one is in really good shape. That's awesome. Sorry, Piazza. Another Griffey. 2 Griffies. Take it. There's Buck Showalter again. Roberto Alomar again. I don't remember that guy. Mark. Eddie Taubensee, I remember. Charlie Hayes. His son is Brian Hayes, obviously. Joey Hamilton and Mark Portugal. 2 Griffies. Not even the base. I can't remember if the base is in Series 2. I knew that one was in there because that was the one that I really wanted to pull more than anything. Best of a generation, Roger Clemens here with the Red Sox. Surhoff. There's Gary Sheffield again. Alan Trammell again. Dennis Eckersley again. Best of a generation. Sparky Anderson manager card. Look at that one. Chuck Finley. Sandy Alomar Jr. We got Hal Morris, Steve Traxel, John Wentland, Mark Parent. All right. What do we got here? 6, probably about 12 packs to go. I would say somewhere around 12 packs. Larry Walker again. Strange but true. John Franco. There's Dante Bichette. Bo Bichette's dead. Cal Ripken, best of a generation again. Second one of those. Jason Schmidt. I do remember Jason Schmidt a little bit. I thought I remembered him with the Pirates. I could be mistaken. This is his rookie with the Braves. Ron Gant. Remember him, obviously. Jeff Cirillo. Brad Klontz, I do not remember. I would say very successful rip already with the Griffies. Another Greg Maddux, strange but true. Benito Santiago. Walt Weiss. Walt Weiss is a coach now, I believe. Tommy Lasorda again. Checklist. Jermaine Dye. There's one of the solid rookies from the set. Star rookie with, I did not, the Braves. Interesting. I don't remember that. He received the Hank Aaron Award as most outstanding minor league player in the Atlanta system. That's cool. Chris Hammond. There's Jose Canseco. Jason Beret. Joe Randa, major league debut. Charles Nagy and Mike Kingery. All right. Mike Kingery, was his son Scott Kingery? Let me know in the comments. Oh, that cracked a lot. This pack might be kind of beat. We'll see. The Fred McGriff looks like it survived, so that's good. Jeff Facero, Jason Bates. There's Mike Piazza. Cool. Showalter again. I don't know why that cracked so much. Bob Walcott, star rookie. And Jose Canseco, VJ Lavero showcase. Cool. Kurt Abbott. There's Cal. Cal Ripken's base card. And Andre Dawson, the Hawk, again. Look at the stack of, like, I'm putting the good names right here. Like a lot of the good names here and here. Might as well combine these piles. I don't know what I was. But look at this stack. I mean, tons of good names flying out of here. There's Paul Molitor. Best of a generation. What happened here? Oh, there's a die cut in there. I'll have to look that one up. Our first one. There's Paul Molitor, like I said. Tim Rock Reigns. What do we got here? Bobby Cox. This one looks to be in good shape. Jay Canizaro. I don't remember him. This is stuck. Oh, sweet. Check this one out. Predictor. Barry Bonds. Predictor. That's a cool picture of Bonds, too. Nice. We got Brett Butler. Oh, hot commodities. Chipper Jones. Look at this. Oh, no. Come on. Don't be stuck. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Was not stuck. Look at that. Hot commodities die cut foil. That is awesome. HC11. Really pretty looking die cut here. Let's take a look and see. Hot commodities, 1 out of 36. You only get one of these per box on average. And I feel like we crushed it there with that chipper. Beautiful card. And then another one of these Cal Ripkens. So this is probably going to be the last one of these we get. Number 14 of 22 on that Cal Ripken. And Kenny Lofton, great picture of Kenny Lofton there. I was watching an interview with Kenny Lofton talking about facing Randy Johnson. And it was a really, really funny interview. He talked about how David Justice said anytime Randy Johnson was pitching, Well, basically, left-handers would just come out of the lineup because he was like almost impossible. David Justice would just pretend like he had an ailment. that's what Lofton said. He's like, I respected him because he was honest about it. There's Eddie Murray. Bobby Jones, my first ever through the mail autograph. Love that guy. Strange but true, Ken Caminiti. Oh, I thought that said Mark Grace, but that wouldn't have made sense for a rookie. Mike Grace. Doug Drabeck. We got Jay Bell. Will Cordero. Tim Salmon. Phil Plantier and Dave Burba. It's hilarious to me that the Angels had Tim Salmon and Mike Trout. What are the odds of that? Salmon and Trout. Two great players within the organization as well. Here's a nice one. If that's who I think it... Oh, no, I thought that was Billy Wagner. John Hudek again. Frank Thomas. Here's a nice one. Best of a generation, Frank. Dan Serafini. Lenny Dykstra. Moises Alou. Ozzie Smith again. Dennis Martinez blowing the bubble. It's a pretty unique looking card picture right there. All right, we're getting down to the end here. This has been a lot of fun. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 packs to go. Strange but true, Bip Roberts. Shane Andrews MLB debut. Strange but true, Dennis Eckersley. Paul Wilson, star rookie, boy. Paul Wilson, I think there's a lot of people who thought that he was going to be one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball. I'll have to show my dad that card. I know he'll remember Paul Wilson. Benji Gilt, Armando Reynoso, Paul Sorrento. All right, strange but true, Glenn Allen Hill. We got Mike Blowers, remember that name. Dan Maselli, Drabeck again. Strange but true, Eddie Murray. We let off the video with that one. Wilton Guerrero, star rookie. Does he have any relation to the other Guerreros? I wonder. I do not know about that one. Flip these around. There's Bobby Jones again. Wade Boggs, Hall of Famer, there with the Yanks. We pulled one of his inserts earlier. What is that? Whoa! This is written in kanji, too. I think that's what it's called, is kanji, right? Hideo Nomo Highlights, 2 of 5. That card is awesome looking. 1 in 24, so we were going to pull one of these. Look at the foil on these. They remind me of Metal Universe, if anybody opened Metal Universe back in the day. That's a cool card. I'm going to have to take somebody down for that one. Really nice looking card there. Al Martin, Greg Swindell, and McFarlane. I have more sets, more of these. I have like 15 throwback boxes, too. I got more stuff like this and different sets, different years. It's going to be fun. Dennis Eckersley. Roger Clemens again. Best of a generation. Mendy Lopez. I definitely don't remember who that is. Al Leiter. That's cool. Kevin Seitzer. Scott Cervase, there's Mark McGuire again, and Mike Blowers. Last 3 packs. Look at that. Well, it looks like we're going to have one available because we pulled 2. Ken Griffey Jr. again, best of a generation. Put that right there. We got 2 of them. Fred McGriff, Mr. Crime Dog. Barry Bonds. Was hoping to get this one again. We got 2 of them. Best of a generation. We got Marcus Jensen, star rookie. I don't remember him. There's Mike Piazza again. Jim Abbott. Ray Sanchez. Marty Cordova. Shane Andrews. And Jose Lima. 3 Griffies in this video. There's another Tony Gwynn. On the best of the generation. Dennis Eckersley again. Wade Boggs. Again. Here's a nice one. That's actually a really nice one. Mike Sweeney, rookie card. I did not see him on the checklist. That's a pleasant surprise. Mike Sweeney was a great player for the Royals. So that's cool. There's Weiss again. Percival. Troy Percival debut. Delano DeShields, Cliff Floyd, and C.J. Nitkowski debut. Last pack of the rip. 35-minute throwback video. Can we end with a bang? Oh, we're ending with a bang. All right. Ricky Henderson. Best of a generation. We pulled a bunch of Rickies in here. Kenny Lofton. Albert Bell. Best of a generation. We got Ryan McGuire. Diamond debuts. Ken Caminiti on the VJ Livero Showcase insert. And our final little stretch of cards here. Dante Bichette. Todd Zeile. Todd Zeile was decent. Chad OJ. Ramon Martinez, Pedro's brother. And Jeffrey Hammonds finishes it off. That was a ton of fun. 3 Griffies. We got the VJ Livero Showcase and 2 Best of a Generation Griffies. 2 of those Cal Ripken special cards. Special Hideo Nomo, which is a really, really nice one. And my favorite, probably my favorite one outside of the Griffies, the Hot Commodities die cut, just because it's in like perfect condition besides a little nick up here. Chipper Jones. I just like the way the foil shines on this Chipper Jones die cut. So that was a ton of fun, a lot of nostalgia. Like I said, if you're interested in any of these cards, I will eventually have them up on as singles on the website, and then I'll do a base listing. I got a big, huge stack of base. If anybody wants to buy the base for super cheap, I'll let them go super cheap. So we have a very special profit challenge. I think we're going to do it tomorrow. It is hilarious. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure to come back tomorrow. It's kind of a joke of a profit challenge, but it's going to be really funny and really more nostalgia. Let's just put it that way. If you want to continue to follow along with all the content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.